a little bit on food, health and nutrition, health and wellness, mental health. I believe your thoughts are just as important as the food that you eat. This is actually proven science, proven in quantum physics, proven in science, that your thoughts affect the material world. Now, this is just as true when you talk about mental health, right? You can eat really healthy food and have really unhealthy thoughts about that healthy food, and you're gonna have adverse reactions in your body to that healthy food, rather than having good thoughts in your mind about that food. You're gonna have a really good reaction to that food. Now, where I want to go with this is mental health. What is mental health? A lot of people just think it's depression, it's anxiety, it's being happy, being sad. It's a lot more than that. It's a multifactorial subject. I mean, there's so much to it. I mean, there's hundreds of different angles that you can take to have good mental health. Start with your microbiome. You can start with your microbiome. Change your microbiome. Your microbiome sends signals to your brain and for your brain to have certain thoughts. Your microbiome actually produces the signals to the brain that create over 93% of your serotonin, which is the feel-good neurotransmitter in your brain. 93% of those serotonin come from signals that come from the microbiome, your gut bacteria. So what are you eating? You are what you eat. You actually physically are what you eat. You actually turn into the food that you eat. Your body uses it to turn over cells and things like that, and transfer it into energy. And you become what you eat. And also, what you eat feeds the bacteria in your body that tells your brain what to think. So that's one avenue, right? What do you talk about suicide prevention. What are you doing at home, to actually prevent suicide? In the people talk about suicide prevention, and then they stop at McDonald's on the way home from a suicide convention. That's not helping the problem, right? You go and talk about suicide, and you talk about this, you talk about that, and then you go and do something that creates more of the problem. So being aware, being informed, and becoming aware of what mental health is, it's not just about trying to have better thoughts, right? Reaching out when you're struggling and things like that. Like, those are all great avenues, and they're very important. Very important. But what's more important is being able to not have that issue, right? Not need to reach out because you're struggling. What if you were mentally healthy, mentally well? What if that came from the food that you ate? There's proven science out there that says it is. People don't want to do the hard work, though, of eating an apple instead of a Twinkie, right? Drinking a gallon of water a day instead of a couple sodas here and there. That's the trap. I encourage each one of you that's watching this, and your family members, your friends, your loved ones, anybody that you care about, go read the book, The Hacking of the American Mind. You will be mind blown. What information that man, he's been through 30 years as a professional doctor, and he left medicine, he left his practice and has been on a journey ever since, because that's how long it took him to figure out what he's figured out, and how we have literally been hacked. It's not our faults. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not your fault. You're just a product of your emotions and your experiences in life. So it's pretty simple. That he's explained it in a really awesome way. There's sirens right there. He explains it in a way that everybody can understand, and everybody can make a change. Every single one of you could start doing something different every day and changing your internal world. And maybe you could be the person that person that needs help reaches out to, right? Instead of reaching out to someone for help, maybe you could be the shoulder to lean on. So, food for thought.